my name is Hitesh Narashet. I am from Mannara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 10th standard, that is coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry we already discussed about distance formula. So let us move on to the next topic. So here in this case we are just observed in the last problem. So that is, here there a point is equidistant from those 2 points. For example here, so here we have some line here. So those 2 points A and B. So some point we have to take equidistant from those 2 points. So here this case we already discussed in the last classes. So also we used distance formula to calculate this one. But when we have a point here, or when we have a point here, that means it's not equidistant from those 2 points. It has some small distance from one point and having a larger distance from another point. So here in this case, so we didn't have any formula to calculate what is the distance between them. So for that what we have to do? So here just observe here just we are taken it as this distance as m1 and this distance as m2. Here this distance as m1 and this distance as m2. So that means here we have to take a formula. So that formula, so when we have to solve this kind of problems, so we have to take a formula. So that formula we are call it as a section formula. So section formula we have to study in this class. So let us take section formula. Section formula. Yes. So let us consider this case in a Cartesian plane. So here I will construct a Cartesian plane here. This is the vertical axis and this is the horizontal axis. So this axis is known as x-axis and this axis is known as y-axis. So then we have to, let's say, locate a point here. So here I will take one point, here I will take another point. So this point I will call it as a of x1, y1, and here I will call it as a b of x2, y2. Yes. Then I will join those 2 points first. Yes. Here I will take a line like this, and then, so according to our problem, so we have to locate a point in between those 2 points AB, but not at equidistance from those 2 points. So I will take first one point here. So I will take this as P, X, Y. So here P of X, Y. But here our challenge is we have to find out X and Y. When we have X and Y, we can easily find out this distance and this distance from the distance formula. But here these two distances are not one and the same. So that's why we have to take this distance as m1 and this distance as m2. So here we have to find out the relationship of x, y and x1, y1, x2, y2 with m1 and m2. That means here we want a formula. We want a formula having relationship between x and x and x1, m1, m2, x2. So that means here we have to have that relationship, and when also we have to take a relationship between y, y1, y2, m1 and m2. So that means here we have to take a relationship of coordinates. That means, so how to take a coordinates, how to find out this coordinate x and this coordinate y. So having a relationship between known quantities. So here just observe, here we have to find out the distance. So that means here we want this distance, here we want this distance. Also we discussed in the distance formula, there we constructed some of the arrangements here. That means here in this case one right angle triangle is drawn means, so from the sides we can easily calculate this distance, and here also we have to construct a right angle triangle here. So from the right angle triangle, from the Pythagoras theorem, we can calculate this distance here. So that's why we have to take some of the construction. So here firstly I will take the constructions like this. Then here I will take the perpendicular distance here and here. Yes. So here I will take PQ, here I will take R, here S, here T, and here U. So that means here all the cases we want. So after that we have to take a distance. Here in the x-axis we have to, x-axis and y-axis we have to take a distance. So just take here P of x comma y, that means here it is a distance of x comma y. So here also x comma y, here also x. Here this distance, this whole distance is y, and here up to this, here we have x. That means here it is x and here it is y. When we take this, this distance is known as y, according to the locating a point in the Cartesian plane. So we have our two distances. Also here when we take this distance is y1, it is this distance, and here this distance is x1. So here we have this distance is y1. Then here this distance is, yes, this complete distance is y2, and this complete distance is x2. Yes. So when we know this one, so we can easily find out the section formula. So firstly we have to consider all the known things. That is consider 2 points. Consider 2 points A of x1 comma y1 and B of x2 comma y2, in the Cartesian plane. Then after that we have to consider P of xy. That is consider another point. On the line AB. Another point we have to mention. So here, what is the another point? It is P of x comma y on the line AB, which is at a distance. M1 from A and M2 from B. Then what are the construction we did here? So here just observe BU, PT and AS perpendicular to x-axis. That is BU, comma, draw BU, then PT and S, PT and AS perpendicular to x-axis. Then here I will name this 3 points here, E, F and G. Then here also we have to draw BG, PF and AE perpendicular to y-axis. Then here we draw some AR perpendicular to PT. Draw AR perpendicular to PT, and PQ is perpendicular to BU. PQ is perpendicular to BU. So firstly we have to write these things. So this is the introduction of our derivation of this section formula. So let us, after that we have to take the derivations. So here just observe, we have to find out the distance AP and BP here. So when we take the ratios, that means here it is in the case of ratio, that means P cuts the line into P1 is to M1 is to M2 internally. That means here just observe, here not externally, here it is internally. That means here this point cuts the line AB at a ratio of M1 is to M2 internally. So here we have the relationship like this. That means, so how can we write that one? So when we take PA by PB is equal to M1 by M2. So this is our equation number 1. That means here it's a relationship between ratios. That means the point P cuts to that line AB into two parts, that is PA and PB, in the ratio of M1 is to M2. So this is our first relation. With the help of this relation we have to find out the required formula. So here we have to find out AP and BP. That means here we have to find out that X and Y, the relation, the coordinates X and Y we have to find out. So here just observe, there are two triangles are formed. So these two triangles formed from the single straight line here. So that means here just observe that, so these two triangles are formed from a single straight line, and also those two triangles here, also the triangles are formed from a perpendicular lines. So that means here inside the triangle, so we have a similar angles. So when we consider this angle and this angle, so it's a corresponding angles from those two triangles. So those two are equal, and these two angles, that is those two angles are 90 degree. So that means those two angles are equal, and these two angles, so these two angles are equal from the AAA similarity criterion. That means it's when the angles inside the triangle are equal, those two triangles we are call it as a one and the similar. That means those two angles are one and the similar, but the sides won't be same, because so when the sides are same, so we can take it as a congruent triangles. So when the sides are not same, so but it's a proportional, so it must be a proportional here. So that's why we can take it as a those two triangles are one and the same from the similarity criterion, that is AAA similarity criterion. So let us consider triangle APR and triangle BQP. So from AAA criterion, from angle criterion, so those two triangles, that is triangle APR is similar to triangle BQP. So those two triangles are one and the same. So that's why, but here these two triangles are similar, but the sides are proportional. The sides are not same. The sides are proportional. So that's why we can take it as a AP by BP. AP by BP is equal to, so these two sides are corresponding sides. So corresponding sides I hope you know in the 9th standard. So AP by BP. So we can take AP by BP, those two sides. The ratio of those two sides equal to AR by PQ. AR by PQ is equal to, then here this ratio PR by PQ. PR by BQ. Yes. So here we know about AP by BP is equal to M1 by M2. So we already know that. So from equation 1 we have M1 by M2 is equal to AR by PQ is equal to PR by BQ. So I will take this as equation number 2 here. So compared to the distance formula, we already took some of the distances, that is AR, PQ, PR, BQ. So like that. So in that cases we have to know, when we know the sum of the distances, so we have to take the relationship between x1, y1 and sum of the distance we want to. So let us take those points, those distances. That is, firstly I will take AR. So how can we write AR in case of x1 and y1, x2 and y2? So just observe, AR is equal to ST. So ST, so this distance, I want this distance, means when we subtract x1 from x, we can get ST. So we have AR is equal to ST is equal to, ST can be written as x minus x1. Then, so next PQ. So let us take PQ here. Yes. So PQ. So this one distance. PQ means, so here just observe PQ is equal to TU. So when we subtract x from x2, when we subtract x from x2, we get this distance TU. So that's why we can write it as a TU is equal to x2 minus x. Then, so let us take PR. PR is equal to, so here PR, this is the distance PR. PR can be write it as EF. Yes, so here we can write it as EF is equal to. So here just observe, when we subtract y1 from y, so we get EF, that is y minus y1. Then, so let us take the last distance, that is BQ. BQ is equal to, here BQ, here this distance BQ, so BQ is equal to, so this distance we want, that means when we subtract y from y2, we get the distance GF, so that is equivalent to BQ. So that is EF, GF we want, BQ is equal to GF is equal to y2 minus y. So I will take this as equation number 3 here. So let us insert all the values of equation 3 in equation 2. From equation 2 and 3, what we have? So just observe, we have to substitute all the values. M1 by M2. M1 by M2 is equal to, AR is equal to x minus x1 divided by PQ. PQ is equal to x2 minus x. x2 minus x is equal to. So then here PR we have to substitute. PR is equal to y minus y1 divided by BQ is equal to y2 minus y. y2 minus y. So I will take this as equation number 4 here. So you just observe the relationship between 3, that is those equivalent. So here we have to find out the relationship between M1 and M2 and x, y, x1, y1, x2, y2. So like that. So that's why we have to take the part wise. Firstly I will take this part and then I will take another part. That means firstly I will take M1 by M2 is equal to x minus x1 by x2 minus x, and m1 by m2 is equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y, because we have to separate y from these two relations and we have to separate x from these two relations. Firstly, I will take m1 by m2. m1 by m2 is equal to x minus x1 by x2 minus x. Firstly, I will transpose this to the LHS side, m2 to the RHS side. What happens here? m1 into x2 minus x is equal to m into x minus x1. Then, so we have to multiply. Then m1 x2 minus m1x is equal to, here it is m2x minus m2x1. So after that we can transpose this m1x to the RHS side and m2x1 to the LHS side. So m1x2, after transposing m2x1 to the LHS side, becomes plus m2x1 is equal to, here I will take m1x to the RHS side, becomes m2x plus m1x. So after that we have to simplify, that is m1x2 plus m2x1 is equal to, so here we can take out x from both the terms, that is x into m1 plus m2. So here m1 m2 can be taken into the LHS, that is transposed into LHS. What happens here? X is equal to m1x2 plus m2x1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the relationship between x1, x2 and m1 and m2. So this relation we want here. So let us take another relation, that is m1 by m2 is equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y1. So here I will draw this part. Yes, let us take the same step here. So it is m1 by m2 is equal to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y. So after that we have to transpose the things. m1 into y2 minus y is equal to m2 into y minus y1 here. m1 y2 minus m1 y is equal to m2 y minus m2 y1. So I will transpose this m2 y1 and to here and m1 y here, because we have to take out y from those two terms, that is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 is equal to m1 y plus m2 y here. So then m1 y2 plus m2 y1 is equal to, here we can take out y from both the terms, that is y into m1 plus m2. So after that we have to transpose m1 plus m2. Here y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the relationship between y1 y2 and m1 and m2. So this is the coordinates we can easily take, that is x comma y is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2 and y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. So we can take easily. So here I will write this here. Yes. So the required relation is x comma y is equal to, so p of x comma y, so we can find out the relation easily, that is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. Yes. So this is our required section formula. This is known as known as section formula. This is known as section formula. So we can find out the when we have the m1 and m2 and x1 and x2, we can find out that point which cuts that line internally in the ratios m1 and m2. So let us take some of the cases. What happens when m1 and m2 is equal? That means when we take the midpoint. So what happens? We have to check in the case 1. So here I will take case 1. So case 1. That is when m1 is equal to m2. When m1 is equal to m2, what happens? We have to write. So here x comma y. X comma y means here just we have to take m1 is equal to m2. So here, so I will take any one. So m2 is converted into m1 here. So let's take m1 x2 plus m1 x1. So divided by m1 plus m1. So I converted m2 into m1. So count. Here m1 y2 plus m1 y1 divided by m1 plus m1. Then, so we have to take out m1 from both these cases. So it is m1. So let us take out m1 here. x2 plus x1 divided by 2m1. Then here, when we take out m1 here, y1 plus y2 divided by 2m1. So that means here we can cancel out these two things. So what happens here? x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So this is the case of when we have a point equidistant from those 2 points. So this point, this formula we are calling it as a midpoint formula. This is known as midpoint formula. Yes. Then, so let us take another case. Case 2. So when we have a point which cuts the line internally in the ratio k is to 1, that is when we have k is to 1, that means we have a ratio k is to 1, that means m1 is equal to k and m2 is equal to 1. So we have to just insert those values in that section formula. What happens? X comma y is equal to here k into x2. So we can k into x2 plus x1 divided by k plus 1 and k into y2 plus y1 divided by k plus 1. So likewise, so here we have to know that what is the ratio given here and what is the coordinates are given here. So based on the ratios and based on the coordinates, we have to find out that point x comma y. So in next class we have to take some of the problems based on this section formula. So here we want those 2 coordinates and the ratios. So I hope you enjoyed this. Those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. So thank you and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.